To be honest, if I ever had the chance to see my past self, I'd slap myself in the face 3,000 times because I was a complete idiot to dislike this song when I first heard Magnolia for the first time through a recommendation on YouTube. I thought it was a mediocre debut for some reason. I thought that the mixing and the chorus was really bad and that it didn't connect to the verses very well. Few days later I decided to listen to it a few more times and it was catchy. Since then I have had this song on loop multiple times and I love it. Guess what I stand to now? This was before I first got into NCT. My old friends were big fans of NCT at the time and they showed me Superhuman. I was a casual listener to NCT at the time, so I knew some of their title songs when Superhuman came out. When Superhuman came out, I thought that it was a disappointment compared to NCT 1-7's other title tracks. I was like, why the hell are there so many robot sounds in the chorus and all I hear is ZZT beep boop. However, I decided to give it a chance and Superhuman is a bop. You can't tell me otherwise. This was also along with my disliking of Superhuman. I tried listening to the album if I could find any songs that I liked. I didn't like Highway to Heaven's Korean version, and when the English MV came out I didn't like it either. It wasn't until some of my online friends started joking about this part. So I tried checking out the English version MV again, and because of that part I really loved the song. However, I only listen to the English version though. I can never listen to the Korean version. I first heard this on some kpop charting video on YouTube, so I decided to check it out. When I first heard this I was like, what is this? Like the verses didn't match with the chorus or something and it didn't mix for me. A few months later and it is a bop. You do not go a day without seeing me in my bathroom whipping my hands around and screaming summon love. This is probably the pop song where it is on everyone's I used to dislike this song but now I love it list, because Zimzalabim is that song. When I first heard this song, I was so confused. All I heard were trumpets and cymbals and then in between was zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zim and then pots and pans. Back then I didn't even know what zimzalabim meant. I thought it was a type of zebra. To be honest, I was so dumb. I kept on hearing it everywhere so I kinda got used to it and eventually I liked the song. Okay, when I first heard this song I quote unquote thought it wasn't as good as the other produced songs. Hear me out, but I thought that the title song for the first 2 seasons were better and more iconic. To be honest, I just didn't like that literally 70% of the song was Nico Nekoya. I ended up liking it a lot afterward, but that was like a year later. It is my favorite produced song now. So basically a Superhuman and Highway to Heaven situation happened here. The disliking of this song came along with the fact that I didn't like Nekoya as well. I don't even know what the hell I was thinking, but I used to think La Vie en Rose was generic. I want to slap myself, what was I thinking? But now I stan as one and I love their debut song Please Don't Come For Me. La Vie en Rose is an iconic debut in girl group history in my opinion. I was very excited for this comeback because I haven't seen EXO in a while. When it came out and I first listened to it I was so confused. The song was a lot to unpack, but I had no idea what the chorus was and I heard so many buzzing sounds. But after a while I got used to it and I know there's a chorus now. Don't at me, I like the song now. I was on a plane ride and on the TV it had come from like 2017 or 2018 and I decided to binge watch all three, and Promise Dakun were in all of them for some reason. So I saw them and watched their performance 3 times. I thought the song was a bit boring and repetitive, but after a while I re-listened to it and it's a bop, no questions needed. In my earlier BTS days when I was getting into them, I thought that Spring Day was their worst title track or something. It was probably because I wasn't a big fan of ballads and that it was boring to me. However, I love this song. It makes me emotional and it is a absolutely a work of art. Whenever I listen to this song I get nostalgia. I can already imagine all of you guys staring at the screen with confusion, but just hear me out. To be honest, it is kind of hard to explain why I disliked this song because I kind of forgot. However, I remember that I thought that it was a generic song and it didn't really capture my attention. I didn't really like the roller coaster whoa part, but I have no idea why. I listened to Roller Coaster again a few years later and I love it. It is such a fun song to listen to. I first heard this when I clicked on a recommendation on YouTube, and since I loved GWSN's debut I wanted to check it out. When I first listened to it I thought that some parts of the song didn't connect with other parts of the song. For example, I thought the pre-chorus didn't connect with the chorus. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was super tasteless. Please don't come for me, I love the song so much now. Again, this is another situation that happened with GWSN. I was pretty excited that TXT were going to have a comeback because I loved their debut. Runaway was going to be a school concept too, so I was really excited. But then when I first heard the song I was thrown back because I thought the song went all over the place, and since it went on for so long I thought it was boring. That was my opinion for a while until I decided to give the song a few more chances. Now Runaway is my favorite TXT comeback. The only thing I used to like about this song was the concept and the music video. I thought that Bad Boy was a very safe comeback and that it was boring from start to finish. But I was 100% wrong because Bad Boy is a masterpiece and in my opinion one of Red Velvet's best comebacks, hands down, no questions asked. Again, I decided to check this song out due to recommendations and also because I wanted to check out more of Bandit's songs. However, this song was not it for me back then. I thought the mixing was bad and the chorus did not fit in with the rest of the song. However, a few months later I decided to listen to it again and I fell in love. Dump is a bop, kids.